नमस्ते एवरीवन, वेलकम टू थिंकिंग ब्रिज। और आज हमारे साथ हैं सीए हर्षा सोमानी। हर्षा hails from Jaipur, but currently she is in Delhi. Why she is in Delhi? Because she has started working with one of the big fours, EY, very recently. अभी कुछ 10-15 दिन ही हुए हैं and she's already liking the experience there. और इस पॉडकास्ट में हम हर्षा की सीए की जर्नी के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, ईवाई में सिलेक्शन के बारे में डिस्कशन करेंगे और अभी तक उनका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा है उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। एंड अबव ऑल ऑफ दैट, Harsha has also taken GST MasterClass from Thinking Bridge. So we're going to understand about that experience as well. So welcome Harsha. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm so excited to do this with you. And I really hope हम इस conversation से कुछ अच्छा निकाल पाएं जिससे सारे लोगों को कुछ valuable insights मिले.
Thank you very much.
So Harsha, I want to start from the very starting. Like, how did CA happen to Harsha? How did you decide that, okay, this is something that I can do and let's take up CA?
Okay, so my father is also a chartered accountant, and so like from very start, I know like I cannot take science, so I wanted to do something in commerce background. So I thought CA is a very nice option, and after 12th, I like gave my CPT attempt. Like March, I got cleared. Like board exams were over, and in June, I set for CPT. That is the first round of the CA final CA exams, and I got cleared. And then for the next 9 months, I also like write the IPCC exams. In May 18, I got cleared. Then the articleship journey starts, and then I start. Then my attempt was due in July 21, but July 21 I could not cleared my CA final. So I write again in December 21, but again I couldn't clear. And then I thought I think I should give up, but still somewhere like my family members, they said कि no हो जाएगा, try करो, एक बार और दे दो, अगर नहीं होता है तो अब की बार छोड़ देना. And then May I gave like both the groups, but cleared for one group. Like group 2 I got cleared in May 2022. So I thought कि चलो अब एक हो गया है तो like अब एक और भी हो जाएगा. And last I thought this will be the last, and इसके बाद मैं नहीं देने वाली हूँ. And finally November 22 वापस दिया, and it got cleared, and this is how see Harsha Somani it is.
That's amazing. There is like something special and something interesting about people like you because, CPT first time, IPCC में भी अच्छा score कर लिया, within 9 months you tend to clear. So एक वो confidence ना इस level पे आ जाता है, एक level तक आ जाता है कि चलो ठीक है यार, अब तो शायद journey ना आगे की smooth है because we've kind of understood the game, understood the first principles of this chartered accountancy course, and then you fail and then you completely get shattered. So I want you to dive deep into this experience of failure and what did you learn from it. And obviously your family was very supportive, they supported you throughout, but at the same time, any important lessons, any important experiences that you would like to share with everybody listening to this, so that they can also gain insights, and most importantly, they don't lose hope just like you didn't.
So after July 21, it was like I was like quite confident कि like हो जाएगा. ऐसा था कि चलो ठीक है, July 21 जैसे अभी तक हुआ है वैसे भी अभी भी हो जाएगा. But then when the result came, so it was like कि अब क्या करना चाहिए. तो वो 3-4 दिन इंसान इतना ज्यादा डिप्रेशन में चल जाता है कि ना समझ नहीं पाता है कि लाइक अगर उसे वापस भी स्टार्ट करना है तो भी नहीं समझ पाता है, लाइक अब छोड़ना है तो भी नहीं क्लियर हो पाता है. तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे आपको लाइक अपने किसी मेंटर से बात करनी चाहिए, या फिर somebody who you actually like trust, जो कि आपको जज नहीं करेगा, उस पे आप किसी से बात करो. एंड आई टॉक टू वन ऑफ माय सीनियर्स एंड शी सेड कि अरे होता है ना, सबके साथ होता है, ये तो है ही डिफिकल्ट कोर्स एंड जस्ट दिस. एंड आई थॉट कि हाँ हो जाएगा, चलो कोई बात नहीं वापस करते हैं. मतलब वो इट वाज नॉट वेरी डीप कॉन्वर्सेशन और नथिंग लाइक दैट, इट वाज जस्ट these two few sentences, and she said कि हो जाएगा, तो है ही difficult course. And I was like कि cool.
Right. And then when it didn't happen the second time also, that time what were your feelings? That time what did you feel like maybe I should, like you mentioned, that maybe I should quit, or what should I do? How did you make up your mind? What all went through your mind at that time?
So after second time, it was my elder sister's wedding. So like December 18, it got finished, and January 22, it was our wedding. So like everybody in the family was like, "Acha, ab to ho jayega, ab to ho jayega." Like there was a lot of sympathy around. So I was also ki, "Chalo ho jayega." But then suddenly it didn't clear again. So it was a lot of disappointment from the relatives, the relative pressure, the societal pressure. It was a lot of that ki abhi bhi nahi ho pa raha hai, and I think she should just quit or do something else. There are still better opportunities for CA Inter also. Like there are opportunities in the market, and you can go and explore. But my dad, he was like कि no no, अपन को एक बार और करना है, and I think एक बार और दो, and then I planned again my all the study pattern. It was a very short of time, like February 10, the result was out, and May 22 was again the next attempt. So it was very difficult, and I had to plan for both the groups. So I took help from my friends, and they were very supportive. And I took my father is he has experience of direct tax. So I used to sit with him like every day. He please explain me for like half an hour, or at least take my update, like what I have done in a day. So like it was very helpful because I think somebody खुद से इतना मोटिवेशन नहीं आता है और खुद
Absolutely.
से आप नहीं पढ़ सकते इतना, तो कोई है जो आपसे पूछ रहा है शाम को, तो इट्स कूल, इट्स ऐसा लगता है कि चलो ठीक है, आपको किसी को बताना है तो आप उस प्रेशर में आप थोड़ा एक एक्स्ट्रा कर सकते हो,
वो
किसी को
अकाउंटेबिलिटी महसूस
हाँ
होती है, आई मीन,
अकाउंटेबिलिटी आपको फील होती है, या
राइट,
तो लाइक दैट हैपेंस
योर फादर
एंड
इज
देन
वेरी वेरी स्वीट, आई मीन.
या so like after that I managed and somehow gave my exams in June, like May 22, and yeah, for
राइट.
like the one was clear.
सो ठीक है, आफ्टर योर November 22 एग्जाम्स डिड यू स्टार्ट, क्योंकि अब वो एक होप हो गया था, एंड देन मे बी लाइक
Yeah,
एग्जाम्स अच्छे गए होंगे, सो डिड यू लाइक
yeah.
स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर इंटरव्यूज इमीडिएटली आफ्टर आफ्टर योर रिजल्ट, और वर यू लाइक कि पहले रिजल्ट का वेट करती हूँ फिर अपनी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करूंगी?
Okay, so like till December I was chill. Like but January I thought ki, like I should start something. So I started watching the YouTube videos and started revising some of the technical of my like DT and indirect taxes or some of the technical stuffs. And like when the result was out, I already started preparing my resume also, because somehow I knew like I should start preparing for something, because after the result it would be a very much hassle. So yeah, I started, and yeah, but although it was not very much, because I was still like very unsure about it, because always there is a certainty. And and after that, like after the result came, I actually prepared it with much more because I have already done the base work. And after that, I started in concluding more things in it and discussing with my seniors and parents, and started developing it in much more rapid and efficient manner, like industry specific or domain specific, like that.
राइट. सो हाउ डिड यू कम अक्रॉस थिंकिंग ब्रिज, एंड कैसे डिसाइड करा कि मुझे जीएसटी मास्टर क्लास लेना है? ऑब्वियसली योर डैड इज अ सीए एंड यू सॉर्ट ऑफ हैड एन इंक्लिनेशन टुवर्ड्स
Yeah,
टैक्सेस.
yeah. So, while I was preparing for my May 22, so like I saw a lot of videos on YouTube about this, like how Thinking Bridge helps us in like revising our like strategy, like course, and they give your practical assignments, and they then check on it that basis. Like there was a test also for that, right? At the end of the course, there's a test also. So I just thought ki like although I'm very late for my like, because immediately after articleship, if I had been a CA, then the story would have been different. But now I almost lag a year behind my colleague. So like I thought there should be a way like how I can be on the top of my game. So I just came across this GST course because I thought like I'm not quite interested in audit and assurance sort of stuff. So like I thought ki GST would be a nice. It was something new, and I kind of liked that subject also. And then I did that course. It was an amazing course, like, and I had done all the assignments they had given. Like 4 or 5 assignments were there for like for the course duration, and yeah, I've given that, and yeah, it was nice. So
राइट.
yeah, it brushed up all my like the
राइट.
technical knowledge basically.
राइट.
And
हर्षित, सो आप अभी ईवाई में जीएसटी इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस में ही हैं?
no, like after this was after my finals, I prepared the domain wise resume, like for direct as well as indirect taxes.
Hmm.
So, but the opportunity here I got was for direct taxes.
Hmm.
So my
Okay.
interview was in direct taxes.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if this question still stands valid. I always ask this question. Do you think the masterclass helped you in sort of tackling the questions that were asked during the interview?
Yeah, so I had also given the interviews for indirect taxes in some of the companies. So yeah, it was very helpful because they ask you something based on practical journey. Like,
Hmm.
so at my time, GST was just a new introduced. So we didn't have that much of practical exposure.
Hmm.
So with the help of the master course, it was a lot of practical insights which I could use it at the time of giving references. Yeah.
Hmm. So Harsha, I now want you to share your entire interview experience with one of the big fours. If you could talk about what is the entire process and what all questions one can expect. You are working in the direct tax profile, and
Yeah.
direct tax profile is like very challenging profile, and a lot of people are not up for it. But people who definitely want to go for it, I'm pretty sure they'll find this particular portion of this conversation very insightful. So could you talk about that in detail?
Yeah, so firstly, there are three rounds in like conducting interview. So first they go for technical round that probably is done by a manager, and then they have an overall personality round like how could you write emails or what are you good at Excel and somewhat. They have this is done by director, and then lastly with the manager for like one-on-one conversation like are you eligible or like they just check you on that basic level.
Hmm.
So like for the first technical round, yeah, it could be quite difficult if you have not revised up the technicals. So yeah, basic brushing up of the like basics, that is very important. They some of the times they may even ask like what have you studied for the interview. So if you have studied one particular topic, that too in detail, so you can give them the answer. Otherwise, stick to the basic. Like I've prepared the basic
Hmm.
because otherwise then they'll ask very detailed questions for that,
Hmm.
and they'll knack you for it like oh you said you studied about it, and then you have to like for basically for taxes you must prepare about the latest case laws
Hmm.
that have happened in the market, and also you must give some references with about your articleship also. So like it is like along with the technical good, if you are able to give the references for your articleship, then it would be a great like option.
Hmm. Right. So, if I were to summarize, what should you study for your direct tax interview? Has to be the basics of
Yeah.
Income Tax Act 1961.
Yeah.
Definitely the latest amendments.
Yeah.
Basic the recent case laws that are happening, the major big case laws
Yeah.
that are happening,
Yeah.
and obviously,
And
yeah.
sorry, you can also like refer to the latest budget because like my interview was in February, so budget was already out. So
Hmm.
you must also refer to budget if you are in a February deadlock.
Right, right. Yeah, depending on in which time frame your interview is
Yeah.
happening, you should definitely brush up with whatever is going in the
Yeah.
market and in the financial world. So
Yeah.
current affairs, basically.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right. And in how many days, were given the final call that, you've been selected? Like, what was
Yeah.
the duration of this entire procedure?
Yeah. So my technical round was on I guess 25th or 24th January.
Oh.
And then they like 2 3 days they said ki, like we'll discuss and tell you. Then for around 4 or 5 February, like a partner round, like director round was done. Like they check you on Excel or the email writing skills.
Hmm.
And then after 2 3 days, it was with the partner, and already there she says ki, like we have liked your interview, and now it is with the discussion with the partner. So basically, partner it is with one discussion like how you are as an overall individual.
Hmm. Would you like fit in the team or not? Sort of
Yeah.
ascertaining that.
They basically analyzes like will you be able to handle the pressure or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. I want to specifically talk about this thing because I haven't heard it much. How do they test you on the basis of email writing? Do they ask you to write an email
Yeah.
then and there? Oh,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you could
They
just
ask.
tell me, like, what email did they ask you to draft?
Yeah, so they basically ask us to share the screen and they give you a certain situation. Like, say, for example, like for me, there was a client who has bashed us like very badly, and you have to politely admit that you were wrong, as well as say that it was fault on their part because they didn't supply us the document at the right time. So we have to frame this in an email in the front of them. So
Okay.
yeah, it was like that.
Oh, that is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And about Excel, do they give you like real case scenarios wherein you have to like share the screen and perform Excel functions, etc.?
Yeah, they give us few data, like little, and they ask us to apply formulas. Like, do you know VLOOKUP? Do you know how what's the pivot table? Like
Hmm.
that.
So if somebody
But
is preparing for direct tax interview, what formulas would you say that specifically इनको तो पढ़ के जाना?
I think VLOOKUP, very basic, pivot tables, and I think that HLOOKUP also is one of the new things. So yeah, I didn't knew about it though. So
X lookup is new. H lookup is rather like old. X lookup is the new one, right?
yeah, so all these they
All
ask
these
some of
lookup
these
family.
modern terms, yeah. They ask these
Right.
modern terms. So you should prepare about something good formulas, like something which are not rarely or commonly used, something which are very difficult in
Hmm.
normal life.
So HR round नहीं हुआ था. It was directly straight technical
Yeah,
round.
yeah. It was directly straight technical round, then partner, and then director. So HR with HR, it was just basically discussing the terms. They have offered me the letter, and I was just discussing like what is the offer letter type and what were the details like that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Awesome, amazing. It's been like almost 10 to 15 days since you've started working there.
Yeah.
How has the experience been so far? And anything new that you noticed that you like, oh, I didn't know this. Would you like to share with the audience?
Anything new? Like I don't know that much, but yeah, it was experience was very nice. Team is very warm. They like every day it is something new. Either you have to talk to a client which you have messed up something badly, and then you have to talk to that client and explain him that no problem, we'll get it sorted.
Hmm.
And it is all about making connections. Like in Big Fours, it is all about making connections. The better you make a connection, the better you are able to strive in it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Any last few lines that you want to share? Share any specific lesson that you want to share कि जो भी CA aspirants हैं या फिर जो भी अभी job ढूंढ रहे हैं उनके लिए मैं ये lesson देना चाहती हूँ.
I just wanted to say, like, be positive, be happy, and always believe in yourself. It's going to
Amazing.
happen. Not now, but definitely.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Harsha. You are such a cheerful person. Even, I mean, I took the positive vibes from you. So thank you so much. And thanks so
Thank
much for doing
you.
this.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.